I'll see you girls at the party.
You're inviting us to a frat party?
Yeah, the biggest and the best.
Cool. You having kegs?
Of course.
Music?
Live and loud.
Freshmen?
No way.
Excellent. I don't do PG-13 parties.
We can't. We have something to do, places to go.
Well, we're having a wet swimsuit contest.
The guys are gonna be in swimsuits?
It is the 90s.
Amen to that.
And most of my fraternity brothers, they're on athletic scholarship.
Really?
Young flesh, free beer. Happy.
You'll come?
Yes! Yes! 1,000 times yes!
I can't.
Why not?
Why
I
not?
have to pick up my son.
You're a mom.
I'm not.
And a wife.
I'm not.
Cecily, you have a job.
Yeah, but I don't think, people's education should ever stop. Besides, we could learn a lot at this party. Sociology, anatomy.
No. Thanks for asking.
Suit yourself. Anytime you girls want to come down to the party house, just ask for Thigh Master.
I thought you said your name was Jason.
Yeah, well, Thigh Master's my nickname.
Oh. I wonder why.
I'll see you around.
See ya. No wonder you wanted to go back to college.
I am here to learn.
Excellent. We can study together.
Wait, excuse me?
My mind is a terrible thing to waste. And so are his thighs. Oh, that looks good.
Tell me, Matt, do you know if my mom's drinking again?
Look, we're really not supposed to talk about the other customers or the guests,
Okay, well... Oh, she's my guest. She's my guest. I pay for her room. I pay for all of her food, everything.
Well, then I guess it's okay to tell you, since you're going to see the bill anyway.
So she is drinking again.
No. I mean, not as far as I know. I haven't delivered any liquor to the room, and the minibar's full. Gee, it's got to be tough. Worrying about your mom all the time.
I'm used to it. Alcoholism runs in my family. Me too.
So that's why you didn't want to drink at the beach that night.
No, I wanted to drink. I just didn't. We alkies take things one day at a time, and if I really wanted to drink, there's nothing anybody could do to stop me. Same goes for my mom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then why do I spend so much time worrying about it then?
Hayley, she's your mother. You love her.
Yeah, that's what makes it really hard. No matter what kind of awful, evil thing Arlene does, she's still my mom.
You sound like Adam trying to give me orders.
You're not leaving town until you make things right with Hayley.
I tried.
Try again.
You gotta help me, Alec. I mean, you gotta tell her I'm not a monster.
I think she's been lied to enough.
You got one wide, mean streak, don't you?
You have no idea. Go make things right with your daughter.
How can I? I mean, she's asking for the impossible.
What, a kind and loving mother?
She wants me to get Harry back from the dead so I can beg forgiveness from him. I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't know how to do this.
You don't get it, do you?
I
You don't get it.
apologized.
That's not...
I apologized. I mean, if she wants me to go down on my hands and knees and beg for forgiveness for every bad thing that ever happened to her, she can forget it. I mean, it's not my fault that she ended up with a rapist and took to booze. Or left you at the altar.
Arlene, you are the one that messed her up.
It is not my fault. I was not a bad mother.
You weren't a mother. You were never a mother, Arlene. You were a sex-starved lush that used a child that you never really wanted to help you cheat on the father she loved.
That's an awful thing
You
to say.
were a rotten excuse for a mother. It's amazing she claims you at all.
I don't know what to think of you.
I don't care what you think of me, Arlene. I don't care. All I care about is Hayley. And if you gotta lie to her so that we can get on with the rest of our life, that's exactly what you're gonna do.
Lie?
You are gonna lie like a dog, Arlene. You are gonna tell her exactly what I tell you to tell her, and you're gonna say it like you mean it. Or I swear to you, there will be hell to pay.
Accessing internet, moving to personals. Select chat box. My ID. Beyond clueless. Searching for clueless. Is she here? No. It's okay. I can wait. Who says this isn't like a real date? Cecily! What are you doing here?
I work here.
I own the joint.
Go
Get out!
No!
Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna tell Hayley that you've thought about this a lot, and that you finally realized that as bad as it was that you cheated on Harry, that was nothing compared to dragging her into the sleazy game. You're gonna tell her that you just didn't know what you were doing, and that you realize now that you probably screwed up her whole outlook on men and marriage and love. And most importantly, you're gonna tell her that just because you are a useless, pathetic excuse of a wife and mother, it doesn't mean that she's gonna be doomed to repeat the same mistakes if she gets married. And Arlene, you are gonna say all of that like you really mean it.
That is the most outrageous pack of nonsense I've ever heard. You want to rewrite history.
No, Arlene, see, no, you want to deny history. That's the problem.
Look, honey, you weren't there. If Hayley wanted to begrudge me my time with Frank, she would have told Hat.
No, she wouldn't do that, Arlene. She wouldn't break her father's heart any more than she would betray you.
Hayley was wise beyond her years.
Of her 14 years?
She understood that marriage isn't necessarily happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right.
Some of us have to do it to survive. She understood that marriage isn't little white picket fences and vine-covered cottages. Love and fulfillment, you get it wherever you can. And I taught her that firsthand.
You know something? Women like you give matricide a good name.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, you did, Arlene. But you know what? You can go to your grave thinking that you're innocent. I don't really give a damn about that. But you are going to square things with Hayley. And to do it, you are going to say what I told you to say, word for word.
You are one mean son of a...
Shut up! And that's not all you're going to do. You're going to be cheerful about it. You're going to say some things about marriage. You're going to say that all marriages aren't dead-end disasters like yours. You're going to say that with the right man, me, she's going to live happily ever after. You're going to tell her that you're sure of it.
And what if I do all that, and Hayley doesn't forgive me? I end up with nothing.
No, you don't end up with nothing, Arlene. I'm prepared to reward your sudden burst of insight.
What's that?
This is the key to Enchantment's hospitality suite at the Valley Inn, and it's all yours, just for following my instructions. I'll handle the billing.
She knows I don't have much money.
So you tell her you decided to get a job. You don't want to be a burden, remember?
Being independent costs a little money.
I know it does. It really does. You're so predictable, Arlene. But you know what? You're almost family. And I wouldn't want you to do without.
Thank you, Alec.
You're welcome. Arlene, you settle things with her. Or the buck stops here.
I'll do my best.
I know you will.
Well, you guys work things out, Hayley. You know, whatever she did can't be that bad.
It's worse.
You want to talk about it?
Okay. Once upon a time... Oops, wrong story. Sorry. All right, well, for starters, my mom never loved my dad, Harry. She only married him because she got pregnant and thought that I needed a father.
Ouch.
No, Harry was the best, really. He loved me. He didn't have any qualms or conditions. He didn't have any issues with DNA. And then there was my mom, who decided that he wasn't really good enough. You know, he didn't make enough money, and he didn't he didn't do it enough to satisfy her, and...
She said that?
You don't know the half of it. I do. Lucky me. Anyway, I sort of wound up in the middle of this whole thing. And I love my dad. And he loved my mom, so, you know, I couldn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut. I just pretended that everything was hunky-dory when it wasn't. And then my dad died. And the situation didn't get any better because my mom decided that she had done nothing wrong and that I had a problem because I thought she did. And it's the same argument we keep having over and over again, and I guess I just have to accept that and get on with it, you know?
Yeah. Hayley, I have a lot of friends with messed up parents. I mean, even my folks have ideas so far out there. I mean, they're nuts. You know, we argue and we argue and we argue all the time, and it doesn't do any good because they're right, you know? They're always right, and that's that.
So you've decided you're not going to try to change them?
No, I've decided that I'm not gonna be like that.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No. Matt just brought me lunch.
Hi, Miss Vaughn.
It's nice to see you again. I came by hoping we could talk, but if now's a bad time...
Yeah, well, actually, I was just about to sit down to lunch,
Actually, it'll keep.
Who am I to argue with the expert?
Yeah, well, call me if you need anything.
Matt, thank you for everything.
Anytime. I mean it.
So you want to talk? Let's talk. What's with the luggage?
Well, it's like what you said, baby. A mother can just depend on a daughter for so long, and that's not forever.
Yeah, but I didn't say you had to get out. Mom, don't go. Don't go with things like this.
Erica did what? Rudy, that's ridiculous. She's not ready for an on-air broadcast. No. Come on in, come on in. No, not you. Listen, just, I don't know what to tell you. Just let her. Maybe it's a total disaster. She'll learn to listen next time. I'll get there as soon as I can. All right. Bye. I'm sorry about that, guys. What a day.
First mate Cooney and Seaman Jr. reporting for duty, sir.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't know if I can shove off just yet. That was sort of bad news.
Wait a minute, are you canceling again?
I'm afraid so. The boats in the park are just going to have to wait till later.
You promised.
I know I did swear. I promised to take you on a boat ride, and I will. I swear. I just can't do it today.
I think we should make him walk the plank.
No.
Yeah.
No, wait just a second. I understand that you're upset, and I'm upset, too. Fact is, I'd much rather spend the day in the park playing on the good ship Lollipop than dealing with a certain Titanic TV personality we all know and like.
Erica.
Yeah, she's gotten in her head that the show must go on.
Is that really wise? Can't you talk her out of it? Good point. Well, sweetheart, I guess we're just gonna have to go to the park next week.
Oh, I tell you what, look, I'll even, I'll put it in my date book to make it official.
You'd rather work than spend time with me and Jamie.
That's not true at all. No, just, listen, Stella, do me a favor. Just hold my calls for like 5 minutes, all right? I don't care if it's important. I'm dealing with something important. Fine. Come here for a second. Come here. Listen. I understand why you're upset about missing out on our boat ride. You think that because I've been here all the time lately that I care more about work than I do about you and Jamie or your mom, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's simply not true. I care more about you guys than anything else in the world. It's just that I have to be here right now. I mean, what would happen if you didn't do your homework?
I'd get in trouble.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd get in a lot of trouble, too. I am going to get in a lot of trouble. Look, we all have got to do things that we don't want to. Like you've got to do chores around the house sometimes. Your mom's got to tell people sad things at the hospital. I have to work extra hard right now. But once I catch up, I promise I will take you on the most wonderful boat ride in the world. I'm not talking about one of those little jobbies in the park either. I'm talking about we go out and get ourselves a banana boat, you know, a cigar boat, one of those big ones that make some waves. What do you say about that, okay?
Cool.
All right, okay. And in the meantime, you're tipping me over. You're getting so big. In the meantime, okay, you remember, I love you and Jamie and your mom more than anything or anyone in the entire world, okay?
Okay.
Wrong.